go. See, how hard was that? You know, looks like the people who were, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of a gatekeeper. Thank you, gatekeeper, you let me through. I appreciate you finding value in what I do. So, kind of crazy. Let's get this swipe here quick to give you a better view. Just chilling. Proof of life coming in. Giving some thoughts. Some ideas I'm gonna be working on. I see I got one in the house. What's up? I hope you're doing well. I'm kicked back eating a little bit of a mixed vegetable deal with some black eyed peas and cornbread. Thought I'd go live for a minute and give an idea where this channel is going. I've got, you know, my live streams, I just pretty much do what I want to do. I feel like I own that. I own the right to be live and alive and to do the freedom in which to do what I want on my live stream. So I play music and I catch up with people, but it's important what I'm doing on my videos. Trying to teach guys to keep their truck running so they're not broke down on the side of the road, and teach what I know. And I come across another YouTuber and he did not know how to change batteries, and it's okay because man, you're not born knowing about this. DEF fluid just came out, so I showed a regen video. You know, 80,000 people helped, whatever, you know, wherever it's at now. That's the whole point. A lot of this is new, but if you've never drove a truck before, of course it's gonna be new. There's no shame in learning from somebody else. I can learn from somebody else. I learn every day if I can help it, but I'm gonna bring it to you people too. So the direction of my channel in the next week or so is gonna be full on putting more stuff into my one playlist. That is my main playlist that I've made my whole channel about, which is Fix It Vids. So if you see that playlist, Fix It Vids, F-I-X-I-T-V-I-D-S, that's what I want to share with the world. The rest is just fluff. The rest is fodder. Fodder is, okay, I gotta explain fodder. When you grow corn and you have animals, and you also have hay, you feed them hay. But in the winter when things get tough, you keep the stalks from corn and you feed that to them to get them through the rest of winter. That's called fodder. F-O-D-D-E-R. Look it up. Google might know what fodder is. I don't know. Anyway, point is, if you're a farmer, you'll know it's fodder. Well, fluff or things that are not that important, that's fodder. So, what I'm doing right now, I'm going to be going to a shop, taking on some new tires. I'm going to be doing some other stuff like that, but I've already got some tire regrooving videos I need to release. I might get through that today while I'm taking on tires. I've got to go through a battery replacement video because he didn't know how to do that, and he paid somebody, God, he paid him like 900 bucks, and batteries are 100 bucks a piece if you get them at Love's, 104, okay, to be honest, and that's only 4 batteries, 1,000 cranking amps, the good ones now. So, and you can also get them at turn it down. You can also get them at Academy Sports has high cranking amp batteries. I'm pretty sure they have them at Cabela's. They have them at Walmart, I think, but I'm not sure. They may not have 1,000 cranking amps. You want to get 1,000 cranking amps, or if you run 950s, you want to run all 950s. These trucks will say they're spec'd for lower, but trust me, 1,000 cranking amps or 1,100, the highest you can get. It's not gonna hurt nothing. You got a high power alternator, but you don't want that high power alternator working its butt off all day long just because you bought cheaper batteries with a lower cranking amp. So here's what I'm gonna be putting out. And I have no fear of anyone. Matter of fact, go for it. If you can do a video better than me, you should be doing a video. Matter of fact, I will hang up my channel if you can do better than me on mechanical videos, because I will then not be needed. I'll just do live feeds and whatever. So for anybody that thinks that, well, why would he tell what he's going to do ahead of time so somebody else can do it? I have no fear of someone else putting me to shame, teaching what I know, because they're going to miss half the stuff I know. I might even miss something they know, and I'm cool with that, but I doubt it. So my mechanical skills, I have such faith in those, and my knowledge of what you should have on board in a truck because I'll go ahead and tell you the videos I'm going to do. I'm pretty well versed in my field. I have no fear of somebody coming in and doing better than me when it comes to that. Now, videography skills, well, you can see by your view right now, you're just chilling watching this still, because I will give it this though. I don't have a kid holding my camera, shaking it up and down. It doesn't look like I'm riding a pogo stick, walking around with my camera. If you don't know what a pogo stick is, you got to Google that too. Some of y'all young guys, it used to be a little spring thing you jump up and down on. So, you got to Google everything. So I'll catch you up to speed. Anyway, point is, I have no fear of someone upstaging me, is what I'm trying to say, on what I do. So I'll go ahead and tell you what I plan on doing. The channel is going in this direction, and I feel, you know, people who are subscribers, the person in the room, and people that are going to watch later have the right to know, hey, where's he going next? You know, I'll give you an update and tell you, this is my little check-in update, what I plan to do next. Okay. I'm going to do a video on things that an owner-operator or even a company driver should have in their truck as far as spare parts to keep them off the side of the road. And we're talking turbo boots, turbo boot clamps, air compressor governor. Hello to the next one in the room. And hey, if anybody can do better than this, I implore you to do it. Matter of fact, I challenge you to do better than me, because I just know my trade, and most of it's mechanical. So, but at the very least, share my playlist, like I said, that's got fix-it vids in it, because that guy didn't know about a battery, and nobody's knocking him for that. And he was honest enough to get on there and say, if you're honest enough to get on a video and say, I do not know this, I got mad respect for you. You just gained all my respect. And I'll absolutely share everything I know with you. So I put a link on his channel. I don't know if he just subscribed to me or not, because I just got a new subscriber, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm putting the knowledge up there, and it's there for you to have. How you doing, Chuck? Oh, Perry Roberts says, how you doing, Chuck and stuff? I'm doing quite well, my friend. I'm having some vegetables and some cornbread and some black-eyed peas with fresh cracked salt and fresh cracked pepper out of a grinder. So I'm kicking back, eating, and sharing where my channel's going. So, like I said, I'm gonna be doing a video on things that you should have in your truck as parts to keep you off the side of the road. Another video on things you should know how to change as a owner operator, or even a company driver can change an alternator. You could do it. I got faith in you. You could do it. Crack a wrench, man. Does a wrench fit your hand? That's my question. I'm seriously going to set up a store, and I'm going to make sterling silver wrenches, and I might even torch them and melt them myself. What state are you in? Alabama, Perry Roberts. Like Leonard Skinner. I ain't hiding from nobody. Nobody hiding from me. So, yeah, Alabama. So I won't be here for long, but like I was saying, you know, you can change an alternator, people. And matter of fact, you can rebuild an alternator. Look, there's a place that most times people keep a spare alternator in the bunk, okay? But you take your old one, don't give it to them. Don't you dare give away a Delco Remy high-powered alternator as a, oh, it's bad. You change your alternator, you better take that thing with you. Have it rebuilt, and then you'll have a spare alternator in your bunk. But you can change the brushes in an alternator, and if the bearing hadn't thrown out the front, especially on a car. People don't know this. Oh, I need a new alternator for my car. No, you don't. Because the voltage regulator and rectifier that's built into the alternator in the first place is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It will charge. It's just not picking up the brushes wear out on the shaft. So what you do is the same thing you do if you have an alternator that's clocked wrong and you have to take the bolts out and pull it out, and you put a paper clip in the back hole and keep the brushes from hitting the shaft. You turn it so it's clocked right and put it, you can clock an alternator for a car. If they got the right one but it's clocked wrong, you can clock it. You gotta use a paper clip in the back hole so that it holds the brushes back, and then you put it back together, and then you pull that paper clip out last, the brushes hit the shaft, there you go. So you could change, wait, what we got, the Icon 2020? James, Icon, you crazy with pulling Swift pins. You better stay away from the Swift drivers. It's gonna be, one of them's gonna be bigger than you, dude. All right. So anyhow, so check this out. So you can change the brushes in a car alternator, and they have them at Advanced or AutoZone. Ask them. Ask them. Say, hey, for this kind of car, do you have, you know, a let me hit my swipers here and get some water. Do you have a set of brushes for my alternator? And they'll probably say, yeah, we got some that'll fit it, or they can order them in. And then at that point, you learn how to take the back off, you know, take the alternator apart. It's just like 3 or 4 bolts, pull the front away from the back, and then change the little, you ain't gonna take it all the way apart. Just unscrew where the brushes are, change the brushes, and then you've got a new alternator. There's nothing wrong, as long as your bearing's not thrown out the front and it hadn't thrown the belt because the bearing in the front's worn out and the shaft has come out away from the alternator, there's nothing wrong with that alternator. Okay, I used to work for Bosch and I rebuilt them, Delco Remy, all day long. Look, you can, it's nothing to it. Most times I was pulling parts, I got back there and I got down and dirty with it because that's just me. So what you can do is you can get extra brushes for the alternator for your car and stick them in your trunk. You can do the same thing with the 18-wheeler, but I would suggest highly that you have your 18-wheeler alternator rebuilt by someone else, only because you got like 1,000,000 miles on the thing or 300,000 miles or whatever, and that bearing might be wore out. You understand? So have it rebuilt at your local, whether you know it or not, it exists, starter and alternator rebuild shop. The name of the place would be, if your town is, you know, Kalamazoo, it'll be Kalamazoo starter and generator, something like that. And you can make hydraulic lines. You can have a forklift place can make you hydraulic lines for airlines, even, and fittings for your truck. And you can make new cables. You can make your own battery cables a lot cheaper than what they sell for. So all these things I'm telling you, you can't possibly know everything I know, but I'm trying to put my stuff up on video. Unless you've been an owner operator as long as I have and really had a lot. I had a piece of crap that I rebuilt. There you go. That's your answer. That's how I know all this stuff. So you can make your own battery cables, even for the straps for the top of the batteries. You know, it don't have to be the flat straps. Put your ends on there and crimp them to the wire, strip the wire, all that stuff. You can do that. They'll actually help you do that if you go to Truck Pro. Truck Pro is a good place. See, that's another video I'm gonna do, is a list of all the places that help drivers, whether you know they exist or not. Napa still has stores with machine shops in them. Napa. It used to be an old parts store. They used to carry mud flaps for trucks, that kind of stuff. And so you got Napa, Truck Pro, well, you know, you got the TA and you got the, you know, places that have parts like Freightliner and stuff, but any emergency roadside service places will have them, you know. So I'm gonna be doing some videos. I won't be dropping videos on what you should know how to change on your truck, what you should have parts that you carry with you, cold weather gear that you should carry with you. I'll be doing a video on a breakdown of the new trucks. You know, when you get in it, you might not know where the washer, you know, pump is, you know. But that's another thing too. The older Freightliners had an air actuated air push button just to make the wipers, the sprayer work, and then also a motor that was air actuated motor under the hood on the firewall that made the wipers move in the first place. It was all air, so you had to have a spare. Those freeze and go bad. And if you have the older dryer systems, you need to know you need to change it over because you got water in your system, and that's going to make your compressor governor pop in freezing weather all day long. So keep extra compressor governor regardless in case it fails. But change your filters on your dryer system. Man, like I said, all this stuff that I know, I'm gonna be dropping it in videos, and I'm gonna try to catch up, especially for that one guy that he said at least he's willing to learn. He's like, hey, I need to learn this stuff and learn how to change batteries, learn how to, you know, change my parts on my truck so I'm not getting in my maintenance account. At the time, he figured it was just worth the money, but man, he spent $500 more than he should have just to change some batteries out. That's crazy. So I got a 5-piece video, still got to work on my editing software and get that all put together, and I'll be dropping that. But I'm going to be doing videos on, like I said, a one fell swoop video on everything you should keep in your truck for parts. Then another one on what you should know how to change. Another one on cold weather gear. And you know, that's the direction this channel's heading, and it's all gonna be in my Fix It Vids playlist. I'm gonna clean up my channel. My wall right now on my channel, if you look at it, has got all these playlists and videos and live feeds, all this crap. I'm gonna go in there and delete all that off the wall and then re-put up what I want you to see, which is my playlists on Fix It Vids and that kind of stuff, and then put back up live feeds, and then put back up, you know, popular videos, or popular videos first and then live feeds, whatever. So yeah, and if you have any ideas that you're like, hey, you know, a driver should know how to fix this too, and if it's something I would miss, like, I mean, I'm going all the way down to wiper blades and changing your own CB radio, because, you know, and your fuses in your fuse box. I've got the manual itself has, because these guys are putting 15 different devices, GPS and all, and they're shorting the fuse in the fuse box that can't handle it. They'll touch something or something, blow out the cigarette lighter plugs, and there's 2 different fuses for the front too, one for the back, and then there's the one on the top of the dash that's fused for your CB radio. So people just don't know those things, you know, and so I'm gonna show where to find it, which fuse it is for each one of those things, and go through it in the fuse box, and probably I'll have 1,000 people tell me I appreciate it. I was evidently the only one showing how to actually truly do a regen, instead of just walking all around it and shaking my camera like on a pogo stick, like I was talking about. I try to do clear videos with as little vibration or anything moving around. That's why I'm not big on live feeds, really, because it's grainy as hell. I tried to go into I realized that when I tried to go into the Cabela's the other day, and it was so grainy, but I went back in and I did a better video, and they was glad to see me back in there too, and they, you know, made me a little printout thing that said visit truck and stuff, but that was awesome. So yeah, that's just the direction my channel's going in, mostly mechanical. And I got some, yeah, I'm gonna roast some companies that have kind of treated me bad, but that's, you know, that'll be here and there. That'll be hit and miss. And I hope everybody's doing good. I hope your thing, whatever you're doing, is good. And do your thing, whatever your thing is, man. If you got a channel on here on YouTube, I support you. That's awesome. You know, you can see the ones I'm subscribed to just because I find interest in them talking. It's not because I'm gleaming any knowledge or anything like that, because man, I already know all of this stuff. But if I do pick up something and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, that's fine too. But you know, I'm supporting anybody's doing their thing. You know, if you are willing to say, hey, I'm gonna build a little YouTube channel and do something, you know, how are you not gonna support that? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. When people get older, really, all they're trying to do is a little something. They're just trying to do a little something. There was an old man that ran into my 18-wheeler. As he come up to the ramp, he was getting off the ramp, and I was driving under the bridge. I was already clear halfway past him, but I was like, are you gonna stop? Dude, tell me you're gonna stop. I'm like mashing on it going, I know he's gonna stop. I was already past him, but I was trying to get the tail end of my trailer, because I saw just as he's coming, I said, he's gonna come through. Holy crap, he's gonna hit me. He hit my tire, my back tire on the trailer. He said he accidentally slipped off the brake and it went to the gas. That happens a lot to older people that, I mean, he was very old. He was, you know, into his high 80s. He was just trying to do a little something. Now, the cop got there, and the cop said, well, obviously, clearly it's not, you know, the truck driver's fault, my fault. It wasn't my fault, even though you're not supposed to discuss fault. He was like, yeah, I can see it's not your fault. He just, you know, did his little thing, and I was like, yeah, and the guy said, I'm so sorry, I probably held you up. I'm like, no, I'm glad to see you're living. Most people that take on an 18-wheeler are not living anymore. I'm glad to see you alive. It's nice to meet you. How you doing? This is nothing. A little bump on the front of your car and a busted headlight and the grill, your insurance take care of that. That's what insurance is for. But then when his daughter showed up, oh, totally different story. All us men just shut up and stood back. It was like, what? This woman laid into him. You shouldn't be driving. I told you not to be going around. I told you too old to be doing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, now really you're gonna give him a hard time and kick him while he's down? So from that, I gleaned this bit of knowledge, and his how I saw it, you know, I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, he had a little accident, you know, is that when you get to be a certain age, you're like just trying to do a little something. I've known people before they passed on that they were just trying to take all the hammerheads that they had in their garage and actually put wooden handles in them, you know, a little fiddling little stuff to kind of clean up their world before they left it. So there's some people that are out here on YouTube that's just trying to do a little something. And I don't care what age you are. We all have our mortality, and we come to realize it. And I'll tell you, I support anybody that's trying to do their little something. That's where all this comes from. So I might be subscribed to somebody that you might think, you might say, what is the value in that? Man, I support somebody that's trying to do a little something. You know, some people on here are kind of trying to be like, you know, comical and stuff. Some people are trying to be, you know, give wisdom that they have. Some people, I'm trying to show mostly mechanical stuff, and then I'm just hanging out with y'all. But understand that that really, you know, that honesty that guy had about the battery situation. Not only saying he knew he overpaid and he knew he needed to know that and all that stuff. I was like, man, I will help you in any way I can, dude. Here's a link to this, here's this, and if I can help you more, I would. So I've got a video coming on batteries, but he's already got his done. But still, there's other stuff that I've got on there that he needs to learn, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that's the direction my channel's going, and I'm just an old guy trying to do a little something. So support your old guy trying to do a little something. I'm making myself crack up on that. But I'm having some cornbread. I hope your little something that you're doing today is good. You know, and if you're not doing a little something, and Perry Roberts, put some stuff up on YouTube, man. You got to have something that you just be like awesome at, whatever it is. I don't care if it's Call of Duty 7. I don't even play video games, but I do want to learn about that Call of Duty stuff, because I'm going to get that. I'm going to be Xboxed, and, you know, I even got some older stuff, you know, Nintendo kind of stuff. I mean, look, I'm gonna put something in this truck. Some Pac-Man, the old Galaga. I'll be playing Galaga like I'm ahead. No, you know, I want to learn about the Call of Duty stuff. I want to look at some of the screenshots so that I can see if it's something I'd want to buy, because those games are like $50 freaking a piece, and I'm just like a buyer. I'm like somebody that's like, I want to see what that's about before I buy it. Like a truck, you got to get it dynoed before you buy it. You know, you got to take that turbo off and check behind it. You got to take the valve cover off and see if there's grit in there. Take the oil pan off, see if there's scratches in the cylinder walls. You know, you got to check out the transmission. Have them check the fluid, see if there's nasty metal in there, metal shavings. You want to report, if you can get it, on all the past oil changes when they do oil analysis. I do oil analysis on my truck. Most people don't, but you should. Because it'll tell you the level of copper, if you got antifreeze in there. It'll tell you about a head gasket before you got a head gasket leak. That's knowledge. It's only about 13 bucks each time. Test your oil. Go to Speedco. TA can't do it, but they can put it in a cup for you. You can take it to Speedco and then pay them to do it. So it's good to do at least every other oil change, if not every oil change. I'll tell that too. You know, it's a maintenance kind of thing. But like I say, man, do your thing, man. Show some Call of Duty something. I'll watch it. I'll support it. If somebody's trying to do their little something, I support them. You know. These are some good vegetables, some cornbread. I'll be rolling a bit. This is just a little short little something. So, look, if you're in the room, raise your hand and say something. Say hello. Don't be a stalker. No, I don't care. I got haters. I got stalkers. I got people that chill. You know, if you're just a strong, silent type, it's okay. We'll let you get a pass on that. But, yeah, just telling what direction my channel's going in. You can rewatch it. This one will go up for sure. The copyright strikes will hold me down, go crazy on some other music. Be banned in all countries, but I'll make sure this one goes up. Won't fight it. I don't care about that other mess. If they want to run some kind of revenue somewhere else, wherever, let them run it. Good times though, man. It's gonna be a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna take on a couple of tires, get that knocked out. Might get 4 ain't decided yet. Look at how much time it'll take me. Just trying to eat a little something to start my day and have some coffee. All right, Icon. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what. Oh, that's not what you put, Icon. I can't even say that, but you funny. God, dog. Oh my God. I'm just turning wrenches, dude. Just turning wrenches. A little more tame than that. Yeah, but people don't know you can get your alternator rebuilt and have a spare. A lot of stuff they don't know. That and a turbo boot's the first thing you learn about. Owner Operator 101. You keep spare parts. Make your stuff a rolling dealership. And then I'm helpful to other people and they'll pay me. If I'm in a parking lot, look, I can't tell you how many people's headlights I've done just to show them. I've done for free or started and just done for free, but I have had people offer me money, and pretty soon I might do a few for money, just for the heck of it, on a 34. But I can buff somebody's headlights out. But you'd be surprised though, you can sell your parts that you've got, that somebody needs an alternator, or this or that or what. When you got that part, and they're like, man, I'll pay you whatever. Charge them a little more for the part, just for your trouble for going to get a new one. You know, don't rape people on the road just for parts, but you know, don't want to do people wrong, you know, but at the same time don't sell yourself short, you know. But nowadays you can get an Uber, but even a cab or Uber to go to the parts store costs money and time. So if you can provide something somebody needs, they'll be more than willing to pay you more than just a part worth in here. Just take it, I would have spent this. Just shut your mouth and okay, and put that into parts and help somebody else, you know. That's my advice on that. But I try to keep my parts for me. And plus you got to keep a fuel filter wrench for the water separator, a big spanner wrench. It's a big ring with an arm on it. You might have seen them using it when they're doing an oil change on your truck. You need to have one of them, because those things can collapse just like a fuel filter can collapse. And you got to change it, and then it's just you, nighttime, and an old antifreeze jug with a hole cut on the side of it, and then laid it sideways to catch the fuel. That's what's up. So learn this stuff and learn what tools you got to have. I'll be putting it up. I will. Yep. All you gotta do is watch. Ain't nothing but a click. That's some good cornbread right there. Not perfect because it's sweet cornbread, but it's all right. I needed something to eat, man. I ain't had nothing to eat, and I need some coffee. So, man. Yeah, it's about to start my day. And take care of some stuff. It's gonna be a little short day. Oh boy, I need to do a video too. I'll put up the one I already got. It done. On putting glad hand extenders, because people don't know about that too. And I've always said it's the first thing you do, but I just ain't had time. It's good to ergonomically, it's good for your wrist, so you're not using your hand, the palm of your hand as a hammer. Anything that alleviates that. And keep a hammer in your truck. Adjustable wrench ready for the battery. And in case there's a fire. A good fire extinguisher, not some little piece of crap one-shot wonder. Get the big one. Yeah, it's about $47, but $1 million insurance policy, or at least $200,000 in my case. Keep your truck from burning down. Oh, I got likes and stuff. I got a like. Thank you for the like. That's got to be Perry Roberts. Icon don't like me. No, but anyway, I'm just playing with you. Oh man, I got haters. They'll come in later. They're too sorry to come in on live feed. But no, they'll come in. They'll do their little thing. I don't care. Whatever. I got you. Man, this coffee's awesome. There might be a cigar in my future real quick too. Take that on the ride. But there was a real rough storm that came through here last night, okay? And it set off my dash cam. It had my truck blowing sideways. I mean, like trying to flip me over. That kind of strong storm. And the way this place is angled, there's really no north-south exact parking or turn a different way. Like it used to be. Like in Kansas, there's a certain place they always say shut the door because of the south wind, or be careful of the door flipping open because it comes from the south. A south wind comes from the south. It doesn't travel south. So most times the wind will travel from west to east along I-20. There could be a north-south, but if you find it's in that direction, you want to face it. And if you're facing the wind, or at least backed up to the wind, either way, but if you're facing the wind, it's not going to blow your truck around as much while you're sleeping. So they have the whole parking lot set up north-south down there, out there in Kansas though, on the way to Colorado. But there's just no good places in this place to, you know, to park, really. These are all angled. Everything's all angled, all messed up. Oh yeah, and the other video would be, I forgot about that, the places you can go to get parts, a list of all those places, and then a whole nother video on trucker apps, because I use Trucker Path, but I use Weatherbug and some other things, and you know, that kind of stuff. Everybody's been asking me. I've been trying to spread around Trucker Path. Shows where all the Walmarts are at, shows where all the fuel stops are at, but truck stops, and it would be helpful for even people in four-wheelers, people in cars, you know, or especially people who are in those campers, to know where everything's at, rather than, oh, there's a place we can go to right there at Walmart. You know, you'd know ahead of time. You can plan your route. You're less likely to jump off the interstate at the last minute and hit 5 cars, you know, like they try to do. So, but they do that around Atlanta, even Texas, Dallas, and Houston. They live there and go to work every day, and they cut people off. So, you know, maybe it wouldn't stop it, but who knows. But like I said, it was just a quick check-in. Hope everybody's doing good. I'll be getting out of here in a second. Anything you want to holler at me about, put it up. I'm chill for a minute, then I'm gonna ride. Checking out my plan that I've got written down and where I gotta go. Perry Roberts, how is your day? What do you do? And what you up to, dude? Like you just sneaking around on a lunch break, or get in here because, hey, hello, how you doing? We got another one in the room. I'm going to be skipping off this live feed for the one that's just in the room, but you can raise your hand, say what you want to say. Another 5 or 10 minutes, I'm out of here, but I just went over a review of things that I'm going to be doing, the direction my channel's going in. You can watch it on the replay. It will be replay in like it'll go up in seconds. And this ain't even that long of a video. I don't even know how many minutes we're into right now, but I'd have to look. It don't want to tell me. I say 35. Okay, 35 minutes. Okay. So maybe I need to start watching how long they are, but 35 minutes will go up that quick, and then you'll be able to rewatch it, anything you missed. But I was just going over things that drivers should have, my mechanical vids I'm going to be working on. And like I said, I have no fear of anybody trying to copy me or go and take my ideas and do a video or whatever. They're not going to be able to do what I do. You know, they can't know. I've been doing this for too long. And if they do, good luck, because like I said, mine's going to wipe the floor with them. I guess I'm going to show everything that you should have in your truck. And I'm going to teach, you know, what you should know how to change. And I'm going to do an overview of a few trucks, a crash course in them, without all the shaking up and down of the camera and kids holding cameras and looks like you're riding a pogo stick and swirling all around before somebody's eyes could even catch on, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'll do the best I can to have it just as still as this one is here. You know, that's what I try to bring. But my live feeds is just me chatting and catching up and eating, and hey, you know, they got pretty good food nowadays. They're coming around. These truck stops are having them even on the fuel aisle and stuff. Some cornbread and beans and stuff like that. They know what we want, and it's not a snack machine with chips in it and candy bars, you know, and instant coffee. So, for people coming in and out, I'm gonna dip. Perry Roberts, you have an awesome day. You're a trooper. Icon, you have an awesome day. I didn't see nobody other buddies' names there. No one else's names there. That's how I can scroll through. I think that's all we had to make comment. But yeah, guys, y'all stay safe. And even if you're in a car, keep tools in your trunk. Keep extra fluids. Keep extra oil. Keep extra belts. Okay, fan belt, alternator belt. Keep a spare one. You know, keep some snacks and some waters and stuff so you don't die if you break down. Keep a blanket to keep you warm. Think about yourself and your needs. It might be 80 in the morning. It might be, you know, freezing at night when you're driving, and that's when you break down. Things fail when they get cold. I can assure you that shock was no fun, shouldering the weight of that hood. That video was crazy. I've got another one where I actually changed it so I can show that video. I'll put it back up. Look, y'all stay safe. Okay, I'm gonna get off this thing, get off this live feed. But that's the direction my channel's heading, and I hope it's helpful. That's my main thing. I just hope it's helpful. I know it is. There's a lot of drivers out there. Share that playlist, please, to any truck driver that you know. Put it on sites and stuff. The one that's Fix-It Vids, because that's my bread and butter. It is not what really pays me bread and butter wise. My other videos have got more views where, you know, somebody hit a truck and this kind of stuff. What I'm trying to get across though to other drivers is, man, they didn't teach you this in trucking school. Whether you know it or not, you need to know it from day one. That's day one knowledge. Ask the guy who just bought a truck and had to pay $900 for his batteries. Day one knowledge. So for all my brothers out there driving, hey, I'm trying to throw it to you. I'm trying to help you. You know, we're just one big family, and rather than me have to even change it in the parking lot for you because you don't have the money, you broke and you got enough for the part or what, hey, you could do this stuff, people. So y'all stay safe. I'm getting off this live feed. I will be dropping some videos in the next few days for sure, guaranteed. And there's the wrecker. You see what you're trying to beat, right? See how fast he went by me? He didn't even stop, but I don't need him. Oh, that's great. So anyway, beat the wrecker. See, he's bored now because I done taught too many people how to work on their trucks. No, he's coming around to help somebody. You know, that's how it's gonna go. But he ain't coming to help me. I got my own wrenches. Watch him go. Here, he's coming by again. Watch how fast. Uh-huh. Keep riding, bro. Keep riding. We don't need you. We got our own tools and we can do it. All right. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Peace.